You're listening to the Lanterns Radio Network. We are the network dedicated to empowering the individual, illuminating the truth, defending American exceptionalism, and inspiring future generations. Stay connected and get involved at Lanterns.buzz for great radio. Get commentary and news of the day. Lanterns.buzz.
Common sense, comedy, and freedom. You found the defenders of American exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. You're welcome to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. It is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
It's odd to be on a Wednesday and doing this.
Yeah, I know. It's really, really weird.
So cool, though.
It's good times.
Welcome to the maiden voyage of our Wednesday night show.
I know, right?
And don't forget, we will be Saturdays as well. So
Saturdays as well.
Don't think you can show up here and then get to not be here Saturday, and vice versa.
You mean vice versa?
No, it's vice versa because it's just words, and words don't control us.
But words do matter.
I'm not going down that rabbit hole. I was going to go, and I'm like,
so many places he can go with
it.
That.
It was, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
But man, we have a great show tonight.
We do. We've got so much planned for you guys. It is insane.
And just like always, he's distracted by his computer.
No, I'm not. I was getting to where. Okay. Apparently, New York is suing 5 major oil companies over climate change.
That's really good times right there.
Bless their hearts. Poor De Blasio has nothing better to do with his life.
Well, I mean, he's already restricted everybody from having the ability to own their weapons. They already can't have salt on their tables. They can't have a drink more than 16 ounces. I'm missing a lot.
I want to say there's a sugar thing, but I know that's like Philadelphia and
I think
Seattle,
I'm missing a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot more you're missing.
I'm missing a lot more there.
And people don't care.
And somehow these people still live in New York City and like it.
It's a great place to visit, but I don't know if I could.
I mean, a man was arrested and potentially died of a heart attack while being arrested for trying to sell cigarettes on the side of the street. I mean, that's old school story now. That's really old, even though it was only like a year and a half ago. But I mean, yeah. He died of a heart attack, guys.
Yeah, but we're not talking that story tonight.
Yeah, no, we're not talking that story tonight.
We're not going to.
Anyway, so New York decides that they're going to sue 5 major oil companies over climate change.
Yep, we're going to do that story.
Yeah.
Second hour, we've got a guest.
Hour?
Well, I say hour. I know.
Second segment.
Used to listening stuff. Second segment. Eventually, it's going to be second hour.
I hope she's not waiting for that long.
Yeah, hang up real quick. She's like, you just watched your eyes just went, what the hell? No. In the second segment, after we're done and we come back from the break, we have a special guest.
Yep.
That Stephen was so kindly able to score.
That's really not the right word to use.
Would you like to pick another word?
That's really not the right word to use. Yeah, we have
our first interview of 2018.
Our first interview of 2018. Our first interview on our first show for the Wednesday segments.
A lot of firsts.
With at Lucy Stagg on Twitter.
We're gonna be talking about Jeff Sessions and the whole rollback of the weed.
Marijuana, federal government deciding that it isn't going to care about the states' rights issue of legalizing marijuana. And then
and then we're going to round out with our favorite state, Florida. Apparently there was a gentleman down there who called 911
on himself
for drunk driving. This is magic.
It's good times.
It's gold, Jerry. You'll love it. But first, let's get started.
First and foremost,
New York sues the 5 major oil companies over climate change. Just off the headline alone, I can't even get past that for a moment.
What do you mean?
Well, climate change. It's cold weather.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So-
no. I mean, here, it's not cold weather anymore. It's like 50s.
Well, yeah, but it's a little bit above the norm.
What do you mean a little bit above?
Here, it's
Yeah.
just a little. It's
Yeah,
not-
and I mean, last week it was negative.
yeah.
Whatever.
A week ago today, it was 9 degrees, and today it's in the 50s.
Yeah.
It happens.
But anyway, so based on his ginormous green agenda, he has decided that he is going to sue all. He's going to take his state resources and sue with a federal lawsuit against 5 major oil companies, as well as he's going to take all of the funds in the city's 5 different pension plans that are in fossil fuels. That equals about $5 billion worth of income on their pensions. He's going to take all of that money out of all of those fossil fuel companies and invest them somewhere else, probably in solar energy. You know, like
because
Solyndra.
that worked out really well.
Like Solyndra,
Like
or something.
well. I better get in on that before the price skyrockets.
That's good times. That's
Or doesn't.
that's almost as good as Ripple.
Leave it. Hold on. Is this guy not aware of what fuels his city?
I don't know.
Just throwing that out there.
But
you know?
fossil fuels
The
Coal.
cabs, the coal. Yeah, I'm just saying.
could be a lot of things. What fuels your electricity, my man?
He ain't got to pig me out on a little wheel. I know that for a fact.
No, that's only inside of his head.
Yeah, the lawsuit reads, the city seeks to shift the cost of protecting the city from climate change, which, pause right there for a moment. How are you going to protect the city of New York from climate change? Is there like an umbrella? Are you building a dome? What are you doing?
Biodome. He's going Pauly Shore.
I was just thinking
He's going
Pauly
full
Shore.
Pauly Shore.
Hello there, buddy.
He's
That was
going
horrible.
full Pauly
It might
Shore.
be.
That was
That's
a terrible
the only thing
impression.
I can think of.
But I mean, what are you going to do? Okay, so you have an entire city that's concrete, asphalt, and
On a
glass.
river. And on a river.
On a river with millions and millions of people driving cars and trains and everything else there
Yeah.
all the time. Literally so congested you can't get down the street a half a mile without taking 45 minutes.
Did I tell you what, when I, like, sidebar off of this, when I went to New York 2 years ago,
Yeah.
I told you I drove.
No.
Yeah, I drove.
That's a bad idea.
Well, I thought, okay, hear me out. I thought this is New York City. There's places you can park, like
Yeah.
parking decks.
Yeah.
Nay.
Nay.
There is, but it's astronomical.
Yes.
But no, so I left. I drove. We got there, and I was making a test run because I was trying to see where we were going. I drove from where I was at in Long Island to, let's see, I left at 11 a.m. The car did not shut off, and I did not come, other than at a stoplight, did not come to a stop like that until 4 in the afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah. And apparently I couldn't, I went to where we need to go, couldn't find a place to park. I kind of, and drove apparently all the way down to New York, come back up the other side, and then was back over to Long Island and said, guess what? We're not taking the car. We have to take the train.
So the lesson of this story, folks, is that
Don't let
Dylan
schedule
thought.
don't let Dylan schedule your vacation plans.
Dylan thought,
Hey.
and that's where it all went wrong.
I don't know. I'm doing better than Blasio.
Yeah, yes, you are. So apparently,
New York City is standing up for future generations by becoming the first major U.S. city to divest our pensions funds from fossil fuels. Quoted de Blasio. Whatever. You'd think you'd come up with a better name.
blah blah blah.
De Blasio in a statement. At the same time, we're bringing the fight against climate change straight to the fossil fuel
Yep.
that knew the effects and intentionally misled the public to protect their profits. In
Sure.
quote, you moron.
Sure. So you mean those profits that they've been making over the past, 100-some years?
Yes.
You're divesting from them so that you can put the money into someplace safe because you know better than anybody else.
Because he's doing phenomenally with,
Of course.
you know, like we said, the whole no salt thing.
No, he's doing great with his decision-making
You know, it's
skills.
bad when you have to smuggle salt into a McDonald's.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Smuggle salt into a McDonald's?
I know, because
it's like they charge for extra ketchup packets.
I had to
now.
do that.
What?
I wanted to put salt on my fries, and they didn't have any.
They didn't have any salt on
I had to smuggle
McDonald's
salt.
fries are only good if they're salty.
Any fries are only good when they're salty.
Yeah. But
Let's not talk about food right now.
No. Sorry, I forgot. Dylan is on a diet.
Well, broadcast it to everyone.
Dylan is on a diet.
Jerk.
I am broadcasting.
Shut up.
Yes. That means please send pictures of cookies to Dylan.
Hashtag now I know on Twitter.
Speaking of which, you can find us on Twitter at DOAE Show. Hashtag now I know. You can find us there and tell us what you know based upon the show and what's going on. That'll also help us find and track down what you're doing. And you can also find us live right now on Facebook at Defenders of American Exceptionalism or at the Lanterns.buzz page.
I just realized our structure is off tonight.
What do you mean?
We usually have that nailed down, but
oh, I know, but it's okay. We were laughing and joking about stuff.
We were indeed.
It's good times.
I just the thing going back to this whole thing of we're gonna pull money out and we're gonna send it elsewhere and we're gonna do other things and blah 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 blah. Why? And this is a general question. I don't grasp this. I don't understand why it is that people like De Blasio, people like all progressives for that matter, have this innate desire to force things. That's the part I don't get. I understand if you want to lean on the whole, well, we need, fossil fuels or climate change is real. It's a debatable thing. Nothing's been proven.
Right.
But
the facts that have been, quote, proven
have
been found out to be false.
This is true. So, but where I'm sitting is let's pretend that climate change is real. And it is man-made.
Okay. Let's go on that.
Why are you trying to force something?
Because
do you really think
we're killing everything, so we have
to?
Well,
no. I'm sorry. The fact that people think that people are that bad, you know what I mean? That bothers me. I mean, I've known this for forever. But
yeah.
Why are you going to sit here and automatically assume that somebody is out to have something against you, or they're trying to destroy something?
Well, it's not
no, but that's what it is.
It's unintentionally destroying. That's where they come in and they say, "Well, look, you are too stupid." As a person, you are too stupid to understand why you can and cannot do this. So I am going to take control of your life and tell you what you can and can't do. That's one of the founding setups of progressivism.
Even though I've never been in your world and I'm aware of all of how that goes.
I don't understand anything about you, but you don't have liberty. You don't have individual rights. You have the collective. We are the collective, and whatever doesn't help the collective.
No, and again, I completely
that needs to be stopped.
I completely understand all that.
Right.
The part that I don't get is the forcing of it. Again.
Yeah.
Even if your, I don't want to say your opinion, but if your reasoning behind it is flawed, you could still come back and there's other ways of convincing people to get onto your side without forcing it.
Yes. That is true.
That's the part out of progressive I just can't, I don't get.
What do you mean?
Welcome to the show, Stephen. I just said I don't understand the force side of it. Why is it that and it's always their go-to.
Yeah.
There's no they try to scare you. If it doesn't work scaring it, they go straight to forcing it. It's not
once again
incentivizing. There's no I don't.
Once again, it's
insanity.
It's you don't know what's right for yourself.
I know.
We
that
know
part.
what's better for you. Let mommy and daddy fix it. That's what it is. It's let mommy and daddy fix it. And Daddy De Blasio decides, yeah, I went there. Daddy De Blasio.
Wilhelm.
De Blasio Wilhelm III. Let him fix it for you and, kill us all in the end.
It ain't going to bother me. I don't live in that city. So
that's true. We don't.
It's not going to affect me at all, but
it's just a good point of fact that you can look at that and see, okay, that's not working. It doesn't work. Why are you guys doing it? Obviously, we don't live there. We don't live there because we don't want that. But then again, we also have a governor that's kind of going that way too. So
yeah, well, he won't make it very much longer.
Right.
If I have anything to say about it, Governor McCrory is going to be.
You don't have very much to say about it.
Oh, I do. I have people in places.
He's got people, guys. I don't know these people, but he's got people.
I've got people. People at the McDonald's and people. I've got people.
You got friends in low places?
Yeah, I do. That's where all my people are. Can't afford for them to be on the high end.
Oh.
But no, it just blows my mind that it one more. Again, De Blasio must be really bored.
No, I don't think he's really bored.
Well, no, he has to be because
he's just trying to find ways to make it look good for him because there's another, there's more elections coming in. He has to have something to show his on his side for all the local people. That's all it is. It's all just a marketing ploy to make sure that he stays in.
I know, and hats off to him because he's obviously in front of the game.
Yeah,
and it's going.
I mean, he's ahead of the game. It's everything going on.
It's going to pay off for him, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well,
lucky you.
Hopefully for him, it'll pay off. I guess.
Congratulations,
I don't want to have that pay off for him, but
no, I don't either. But that just means that New York stays a place I visit and never live.
That's right, and never drive into.
Never. Yeah.
Never drive.
Lesson of the day: never drive in New York. If
never
you don't
drive
have to.
into New York City.
Nope. Well, now that we're done butchering that and this whole thing, we're going to take a break. We'll be back on the other side with our guest, Miss Lucy Stagwald from Writer for the Daily Beast and all that good jazz, with doing a wonderful interview with us. I just lost my train of thought, so forgive me. But this is the Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network, folks. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, or we'll know where you go, and we'll find you. Send a blog. And you cut me off in this section.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Yeah, you're a giant. Fire. And welcome back, everybody. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. Oh, you can find us. We're live on Facebook, Defenders of American Exceptionalism, Lanterns.buzz, Facebook, YouTube, Lanterns.buzz.
Wow, that sounded really weird.
Periscope, what?
You just went Facebook, YouTube. There we get.
No, because I had to stop. My brain, I couldn't remember if it was Lanterns at YouTube or if it was Lanterns.buzz, and I keep forgetting that.
Ah, okay, I got you.
I was to make sure I got that right. And we're on the Lanterns.buzz Periscope page, so we are live. We are on Twitter at DOAE Show. Hashtag Now I Know.
Yep.
Let us know what you know.
What you find out on the show.
Dun 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 dun. Rhyming.
I know, right? It's good times.
No. Anyway, this is the Maiden Voyage, our first Wednesday show.
La la la.
And this is our first guest of 2018. Since Steven, you were the one who wrangled it in and got it all set up, I'm gonna let you
wrangled it in.
I had
oh, like I said, so we have
come on, find your stuff.
What? I'm finding my stuff here.
That's what I said.
I know. What are you gonna do here?
You want me to?
No, we have Lucy Steigerwald, editor at Young Voices, a nonprofit in D.C. That helps find and cultivate journalists in the libertarian movement. How you doing there, Lucy?
I'm pretty good. I was just enjoying your first segment, and by that I mean accidentally getting distracted by my own Twitter and talking about Fallout on it. I bet you had a good segment, though.
I mean, that was a good plan. It's a good job.
Well,
there.
we talked about de Blasio.
No, I know. I'm
taking away salt.
You. That's how I.
I would rather. In all full transparency, I would much rather have talked about Fallout 2. So.
Yes, he would.
I'm just saying.
It's really true. He's not joking.
That'll be the next time we bring you on. We'll talk about Fallout.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
So, we have this wonderful article from the Daily Beast that you wrote up. What was that? last week?
That sounds right. Sure.
She's like, we'll go with that.
What day is it? I don't know what day it is. Yeah, that was last week. I co-wrote it with my co-editor, Liz Wolfe at Young Voices.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yes. So that anybody is not aware of that, it is the title of that one. The headline is Republicans, instead of whining about Jeff Sessions, legalize pot. And this is obviously in reference to the DOJ rolling back the Obama regulations on what the making, basically, not prosecuting people with.
So he's rolling back the federal regulation that Obama said, and that was saying, yeah, just kind of ignore the states for now. Don't worry about the fact that we have a federal law that says that they can't have what they have.
Yeah.
So, Lucy, tell us about it.
Yeah.
We have a couple things going on here, but
yeah,
tell us about what you found with that going on, and what the agenda going forward was with this.
Well, things with the DOJ are always sort of vague because it's always spun as like instructing various state attorneys to do this or that. And the previous thing was also vague. Eric Holder was sort of saying, all right, let's chill. Let's let these states doing their laboratory of democracy thing do their thing in Colorado and Washington State. I'm not sure what it would have been back when this instructional memo was first released. And to no one's surprise, if they know anything about Sessions, he finally said, oh, you know what, let's not prioritize sort of letting these states be. Let's perhaps go after them because they are violating federal law. They are violating the Federal Controlled Substances Act. And he hasn't moved beyond that yet, but it doesn't bode well for people who know the drug war is ridiculous, which is a pleasantly large number of people these days compared to 3, 5, 10 plus years ago.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Yeah.
I think people are tired of my, and this is my humble opinion about it. This hailing from the slight libertarian side of things, I don't care. I'm just tired of hearing people complain about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm tired of it being drudged up. I'm tired of it being, well, it should be. Well, it shouldn't be. Well, it doesn't pertain to me, so I don't care. But just make it legal then so people can shut up.
Right.
At this point, there's no reason for people to, in all honesty, there's no reason to get a criminal charge put against you for the possession of weed.
And personally, I'm actually just legalize it all, honestly.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I'm to the point to say, you know what, screw it, legalize it all. Everything was legal at some point, and all of the drugs that they have mandated, like all of the high-level drugs that they have, oxycodone and all that stuff, that's all based off of cocaine and everything else anyway. It's all just derivatives. There's just a legal version. One little molecule is changed, and suddenly it's no longer cocaine.
That and a tax plan.
Right.
To tax it. I mean, that's all you need. It's a win-win. I don't. This is
that. Oh, well, they can win on this one though.
Well,
they can win.
Look what they're doing.
Sales tax.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and this is again my humble opinion. I'm not intelligent on that at all. This is literally just a veteran, observation. Shut up. But this is the same thing as the whole let's not raise taxes. Let's tax the wealthy. To try and get everything instead of maybe doing a fair tax or all this other jazz. No, let's just keep taxes up high because we are getting more money in. Well, let's keep drugs as an illegal thing so we can rake stuff in instead of collecting it as tax. Yes, the tax will be a lot smaller, but it's a lot broader of a thing that you can get it from, and a lot more people will pay a tax willingly.
If we have to make some sort of concession, that's an okay concession to make.
I think so.
So let me ask you this. You have on your article here that the 3 days after California finally began recreational marijuana sales. Yes, I'm reading directly from it. It's okay.
Plagiarism.
Yep. Well, I'm talking to the person that wrote it. Jeez. Bringing his $13.5 billion black market industry into light. Jeff Sessions is rolling back the area of legalized. How did you get to the $13.5 billion black market? Where do you find that?
I was hoping you weren't going to ask that because I distinctly remember writing like TK, look up figure, and my co-author Liz helpfully found that out.
Okay, so the co-author was the one that actually found it out. No worries. That's okay.
That's
Hey,
That's okay. You know, every now and again.
I'm sorry, no, I got it. According to cannabis financial analysis firm Green Wave Advisors.
Okay.
Sure.
That's the existing marijuana black market. Obviously, in California, they're famous for, Humboldt County just like being the land of gun-toting hippies, like guarding their stashes, like for the past many decades. So, I mean, it sounds like a lot, but the number rings true to me, knowing California a little bit.
Oh yeah,
right, definitely. You know, the funny thing that I've always found is one of the things that you point out is the overall acceptance of marijuana as just a even medical marijuana usage overall for the general populace. One of the things that I love about the setup is if we actually went to the federal government decriminalizing all drugs, we have there is a country out there, I forget which country it is, but there's a country out there that decriminalized everything. Do you remember Portugal? Yeah. They decriminalized everything. What happened? For 3 years, everything went up because everybody was like, hey, I can do it now legally, and I've always wanted to.
No self-control.
Right, no self-control. And then it stopped. It pretty much all died out. Everything went well below what it was beforehand, and people became healthier in essence because they stopped doing it. Because they couldn't really afford it, and two, they didn't care about doing it because it wasn't a thing. It wasn't this is bucking the system. You know what that is? It's not cool.
You know what a better way to describe it is?
What?
That's that whole drinking before 21 thing.
Oh yeah,
that's exactly what that is. You're 21. That's okay. I
went to I went to the UK at 18, and they're distinctly with a high school, and they were like, you can't drink.
I'm like, what?
I know you can drink, but you can't drink here because you're representing our school. I was like, what?
That's when you sneak away to the bathroom.
Yeah, but they also let us through bars, which made it very hard.
That's just teasing.
I know,
system,
right?
That's
when I was 18. I mean, come on.
Oh, I'd have snuck away. I'm a jerk like that.
Well, they would have sent you on a plane immediately. Like if they would have found out that was the whole deal, they would have flown you back, and you would have had to pay for it. So it was like, oh well, not a big deal. But you talk about in your article certain conservative governors and other representatives, and how they're still really down on the idea of marijuana, even as a medical usage, where it doesn't even make sense. Like these people, we have so many stories now of these people actually getting help, actually living better, doing better.
The evidence from a medical standpoint is
well
piling up and well documented.
So what's the idea behind that? Do you that you can get from these people?
Well, I mean, with medical stuff, you used to get more often, and you still get sometimes, people saying, well, there's no proof that marijuana actually helps people. Well, because people weren't allowed to study it for 45 years. There was a commission under Nixon where they were sort of starting off the, official drug war. It kind of started in like 1908 or thereabouts, but like the officially declared war on drugs was a Nixon thing.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the conclusions from like sort of the first study on pot was like, oh, this isn't that harmful. And Nixon was like, but yes, it is, because I need a popular domestic program to make hippies, young people, and minorities look bad. Well, I can look good. And it was a very cynical beginning to this. It's been admitted by Nixon's cronies years later, and you can infer it just by reading the history books. Medical stuff, we still don't quite know, and I don't think anyone's arguing that, smoke actually is good for you. But obviously, if you could go buy an inhaler and you could sort of dose yourself, that would probably, that helps people with pain. Weed seems to help children with epilepsy pretty well. There's been some
CBT oils.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't quite know yet. I don't want to be like a damn hippie and be like, weed cures everything, man. But like, there's stuff to pursue, and it's a fairly harmless substance. Like, you can smoke too much and feel shitty for half an hour. But it's something that if we're so worried about opioids too, it's another thing to pursue, which could be harm reduction, which is something that people who aren't libertarians are incredibly uncomfortable with, sadly, to the detriment of millions of people throughout human history.
Right, and the whole point of it was after the Nixon thing, it was always reefer madness, and then it became, it's a gateway drug to everything else, when honestly it's really not. You know what a gateway drug is to everything else? Cigarettes.
Or booze.
Or
sugar.
Sugar is the caffeine is the most addictive drug on the planet.
Yeah.
It is
What
more.
are you talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's not good. That doesn't go well.
I'm empty.
He's empty,
I'm
so
empty
he can't.
already.
He can't
I
even do the
can't
fake.
show off. I'm empty.
He can't even do the fake. But no, it's so caffeine is actually more addictive, and in its pure substance is more harmful than cocaine, and yet we drink it out of our cups on a daily basis. Willingly. Because why? We need a pick-me-up. And it's diluted.
So good.
It's diluted, and we need a pick-me-up. So if we can do that with caffeine, why can't we just say, you know what? The federal government has no jurisdiction on this crap. They don't.
Well, they don't. Like I said, it goes back to for some weird reason they're under the impression, and I fully believe this. I might be wrong, but I would bet body parts on this that
I don't want to know about that.
A lot of it hinges on. Well, no, seriously. Like a lot of it is that it's much better to have. To get the funding and stuff for the jails and the funding through the prison, the court fees and all of the whole the web that's there, and that's sort of the criminal system.
Oh, the web you weave.
I know. Than it is to turn around and, legalize it and have a tax of 8% or whatever, that it would go, the going tax rate would be for it.
Yeah. But I mean, even now, I figured you probably looked at Colorado and a couple of the other states as well, and have you seen anything with those sort of states that would even indicate that doing this or making this legal or just killing the federal administration's pull on this would that harm people?
Yeah, I mean, Colorado saw good results that totally biased confirmation for libertarian, but nothing dramatic happened. I mean, it just seems so self-evident that this has failed, and that, it's not that there's some utopian thing going on where if it was legalized, no one would ever get into trouble with drugs, thinking more of the harder stuff, but that everything bad about drugs is already there, but you have prohibition on top of it.
Right.
So you've cured nothing. You've simply said, let's have a multi-tiered, exciting new problem that, violates the Constitution, violates individual rights, certainly had incredibly racist origins, and still can be, used as an excuse to profile in some cases. I mean, why not?
So
kill the Fourth Amendment. Who needs that shit?
What you're saying is prohibition doesn't work.
I don't think it does.
I did not hear those words come out of her mouth.
I checked, and it super doesn't. There's this thing we did with alcohol 80 years ago.
What was that, in the 30s?
I don't know. It paid off. Hey, look, that paid off for Al Capone.
For Al Capone,
exactly.
yeah.
It paid off for him. He worked.
Isn't that the real goal of all policy, to benefit the other criminals?
Right. Well, he wouldn't have
much.
been. Well, he would not have been a criminal if it was legal.
I think there was the St. Valentine's Day Massacre and stuff too, though.
Yeah, but that was only after he
some
started.
Stuff with machine
all right. Don't go quoting history.
All right.
Okay, let's
Jeez.
keep your history.
Keep your history to yourself.
Stop,
man.
I don't need your facts.
You and your facts.
Sorry, I've got so many of them. They're usually irrelevant and for my own amusement, though. So.
I mean, that happens to us as well, so it's okay. We completely understand.
It's either that or a random 80s song.
Yep. Oh, man. Anyway, Lucy, where can people find you?
In my house, but please don't come looking for me here. That would be very upsetting.
Let's not call the government to your house. How about Twitter, YouTube, Facebook? Where can they find you?
I should probably dabble more in YouTube in life, but Twitter is usually the hub of my you can creep on me and it's okay activities.
Okay.
And
all right.
I'm Lucy Stagg, Lucystag. Because my real name is German and hard to spell. So
It's okay. We understand.
Damn Germans. Crabs. Dirty crabs. The German Defense League's going to be so mad when they see this show.
Yeah,
How dare you.
We will actually push this segment straight to them, so don't worry.
But don't worry, we edit this part out.
Yeah, we'll edit all of this out, so don't worry about that.
I don't think there is a German Defense League because that has really bad connotations.
I mean, Department of Homeland Security is also the same thing in both languages, so...
Oh, no.
I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
Not saying, just saying. Anyway, Lucy, it was a pleasure having you on.
It was a blast.
Hopefully we can have you on again sometime, as long as you don't feel like we creeped you out too badly.
Yeah.
And like you said, that was at Lucy Stagg on Twitter, and you can find more from her at the Young Pros site at the not Young Pros, sorry, Young Voices.
Yet another implication of prostitution. Good thing I'm an anarchist libertarian.
There you go, anarchist libertarian for you. You can find more from her at Young Voices. Also, you will find many articles from her in multiple different publications. Lucy, thank you for joining us, and you have a great night.
Have a good one. Well, that was fun. That was fun. Our first interview of 2018.
What?
I think it was good. It was good. We need to have her back. Folks, Defenders of American Socialism on the Lanterns Radio Network. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
I know.
Welcome back, folks. Listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network.
What a good time.
It was fun.
I think it was.
I think I've had too much caffeine already.
Yeah, I think you did.
Between the excitement of the first Wednesday show,
lack of sugar,
man. Hey, you know
but
what,
a lot
though?
Of caffeine.
I'm down almost 10 pounds for the past week, since Saturday.
Since Saturday?
Since Saturday, I'm down 9.6 pounds.
No way.
Right hand to God.
Man.
Right?
You know, 5 pounds of that is just water weight?
No, because that's all I'm drinking is water.
Exactly. 5 pounds of that is water weight. No. It's just you shed the water weight first.
Every time I hear water weight, I think of a pregnant woman. Which is probably not the right thing to do, but I just do.
I have a pregnant wife, so I'm kind of offended by that.
Yeah, well. I know your wife, and I know she likes me, so I'm not worried about it.
I think you're all right.
Oh, anyway, folks, we are live on Facebook. Defenders of American Exceptionalism. We're also on Lanterns.buzz, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. You can catch us on Twitter at Defenders of American Exceptionalism. Excuse me, at DOAE Show. Hashtag Now I Know.
There you go.
Yeah.
And also, you can become a patron of ours if you go to patreon.com/DOAE Show.
Yes. Check out the swag.
Check out the swag that we have there. You can always become a fan and a patron there. Or you can go to patreon.com/LanternsBuzz. And you can become a patron of Lanterns.
Yes, do that as well. They do a lot of good things for a lot of people. Have other great hosts on there.
Yes.
Lots and lots of people. Help us keep the lights on. That's all I ask.
Well, I mean...
Well, it's not our lights.
We're
my
not
lights.
our lights. It help us keep the site going.
That's it. That's it.
This is a volunteer army, folks. Please, any help is appreciated. Anyway,
absolutely.
So
speaking
of fizzling out,
you know, a DOA show episode is not complete without an article from Florida.
Well, I mean, it is complete without our articles from Florida. We do it all the time.
Well, yeah, but it's not. It's not quite a staple of our show, but it's close.
It's close.
It's close.
It's close.
It's because Florida just has some of the most amazing stories I've ever seen in my life. So, Florida, a Florida dispatcher received a 911 call from someone.
What do you mean?
They were reporting a drunk driving.
I
mean, that's a good thing. You would think, right?
Yeah. So somebody called in and reported a drunk driver.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that's a normal thing, right?
That's nice.
There's something that made this call a little different.
What do you mean? How?
It's just a teensy little.
Just a touch?
Yeah, just a smidge of something that would make it outside of.
Explain it to me. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, the caller who was calling to report the drunk driving was calling about himself.
Sorry, give that to me again.
Okay. So a gentleman
Yeah.
who name is Michael Lester
Okay.
dialed 911
Okay.
on New Year's Eve
Mm-hmm.
to report a drunk driver. And
Yes.
the
Okay.
drunk driver, we're there.
Okay.
And the drunk driver
Uh-huh.
was himself. Quote, I am too drunk. I don't know where I'm at. End quote. The suspect can be heard telling the dispatcher in the recording posted on WTVT TV. What the hell?
Wait.
I hadn't read
Stop.
it.
Stop that. Stop right there. You need to stop right there.
You can't write this stuff.
Give that part to me one more time.
The company the I am too drunk.
Yeah.
We'll start from there. Okay. Quote, I am too drunk. I don't know where I'm at. End quote.
All right, I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The suspect can be heard
Telling
the
the dispatcher in a recording posted on WTVT TV.
Say that 5 times fast.
I don't know. I feel sorry for the people in that area. Because
WTVT.
Yeah, you said D.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Play it back.
Stop it.
Play it back.
I will later.
I bet you money.
Man.
The dispatcher asked what the man was trying to report.
Yes.
Quote, I'm just drunk driving, end quote, the caller answered.
Yeah.
Dispatcher started asking a series of questions to help determine the suspect's location and asked him to pull his car over. Starting to sound annoyed by all of these questions, Lester said, quote, I think I'm going to get something to eat, and they can catch up with me, end quote.
You can't make this up.
This is gold, Jerry.
Oh, so good.
The dispatcher asked the caller where he had been all night. Quote, driving around, trying to get pulled over, actually. End quote, the suspect replied. At one point, he even admitted he was driving the wrong way on the road. The suspect finally told her that he had to get off the phone to talk to officers who had arrived. He ended his call with, you're not going to get any more information from me, adding, quote, have a good night. At least he was polite.
Have a good night, officers.
That's a...
You're not going to get anything else from me.
Can you imagine? Y'all are doing just a fine job. Just a fine job.
All right, so hold on. Let's play this out, okay? I'm going to be the 911 dispatcher.
Okay.
You be the drunk caller.
Okay.
All right. 911, what's your emergency?
I need to report a drunk driver.
I'm sorry, sir. What do you need to report?
A drunk driver. Drunk driver. That's a drunk driver.
Okay. Who's the drunk driver, sir? Where is the drunk driver at?
Here.
What do you mean here, sir?
I'm too drunk to drive.
You're too drunk.
I'm dangerous on the road right now.
Okay, so you're too drunk to drive, sir. And are you currently driving?
I am. I'm going the wrong way
okay.
up a one-way street.
Okay, how about you pull over, sir? Yes, that would be a good idea. How about you pull over?
You don't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. You always try to ruin my life.
No, sir, I am not your father, and you called us.
Never mind. The officers are here. You have a good night. Oh,
what?
Lester at first said he drank 2 beers that night, but later told police, quote, it may have been 3 or 4.
Or 25.
Or according to the Sentinel. He also told officers he had taken meth earlier that day and only slept a few hours over the past 4 days.
Oh, I was going to guess 5 because I'm not reading it. I was going to guess 5, so I was really close.
You were close.
Good.
You were close.
Good times.
Yeah. Police charged Lester with a DUI. And he has a prior history of DUIs and other criminal charges.
And he was trying to get another one.
Apparently, he was trying to end 2017 with a bang.
Oh.
Yeah. If you're stoned enough to report yourself driving drunk, you've really messed up, Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd said in an interview with the local TV, because I'm not saying their call signs again.
WTVT-TV.
No, WTVT.
I said that.
No, you said D.
No, I didn't.
I'm waiting. Hashtag now I know. Steven said D. Anyway.
Dylan can't hear.
Yeah, whatever.
Uh-huh.
I just, at least he was aware that he couldn't drive. You know what I mean? At least he was that self-aware that he was a danger to everyone as he's driving up a one-way street the wrong way.
I've been driving up a one-way street for the past 5 minutes.
I can't feel my
I'm trying
face.
to find a place to eat because I'm really hungry. I haven't slept in about 5 days.
That's just how... Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Apparently, you sounded way too convincing as a drunk guy.
Why?
No, that's just Barbara.
Oh, that's my mom.
That's your mom.
I've had practice, Mom. It's the Navy, remember?
Your mom doesn't want to know that.
I got... not Brandon. I'm not
Don't talk.
I'm not doing...
Don't do it.
Not putting family laundry out online.
Nope, don't do it.
Nope.
Not gonna do it. Oh goodness! So really, this guy was high on drugs,
on meth and alcohol,
and
trying to get arrested.
So here's the thing: we just had a segment.
We did just have an interview just a second ago.
We just had an interview, and it was about federal mandates and drug enforcement and a couple of other fun things.
Few.
And this guy,
this guy,
he's not high on marijuana.
No.
He's
so it's not
drunk.
I was gonna say it's not the gateway drug. It's meth.
It's meth and alcohol.
He's swinging for the fence.
He is going for the distance.
Yeah.
He's going for speed.
And he see what you did there.
He's all alone.
And he got it too, man. He got it too. Bless his heart. Yeah. I really don't know if I should be. I mean, there's a part of me that's like, well, at least he caught himself, even though he could have caught a lot of damage.
He caught himself.
Yeah, see.
But he didn't really catch himself. I mean, he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna get caught intentionally." He did this on purpose. He had a purpose to do this. This was his.
It was a dare. It was a dare. It was either a straight up dare, or it was one of those things where
somebody came out and said, "You are doing this."
Well, but no. But what I mean, there's a reason for it. Well, it's a big deal. The first arrest of 2018, the first child to be born in 2018. It's that kind of a thing. I bet you that's what he was aiming for.
Really?
I mean, it could. Florida. What else is he? He's on meth and driving the wrong way, drunk up a one-way street. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be a bet or a dare, that's the kind of bet or dare it would have been.
Right. That's the kind of dare that it would have to be. Right.
Yeah. I can't think of anything better. I mean, I could.
I could think of things that are better.
I could think of better.
I could think of better, but.
Oh,
goodness gracious! Oh,
do we want to do it? We'd have to toss it around. Let's
toss it around.
So, apparently there's a youth team. It's kind of in hot water right now.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead. It's okay.
The a youth basketball team decided they got new jerseys
and they have nicknames.
Well, I wouldn't call them nicknames.
The
really? Youth team out of Ohio was kicked out of the league for racist and vulgar jerseys.
Oh my.
Yeah.
What, they have stuff on there that said like F you or
No.
Yo mama jokes or what?
No, that would be awesome.
That would be pretty funny though.
It'd be different. The Kings Rec basketball 7 to 12 team played in the Cincinnati Premier Youth Basketball League for 3 weeks before the league kicked them out.
Right.
They were kicked out. The team went by the name Wet Dream Team, which is exactly what I want my 7 to 12-year-old to be playing for.
I'm sorry, what?
The Wet Dream Team.
My head hurts.
Head hurts. These are 7 to 12-year-olds.
7 to 12-year-olds.
On the Wet Dream Team.
Okay, we have a problem, guys. That's the hypersexualization of the youth.
Yes. Oh, and it just gets better from here.
Okay, keep on going.
And they had jerseys, at least 2 of them, One's jersey
Okay.
had as the last name.
Yeah.
Said Coon. That's all it said. Was just COON.
I'm flabbergasted.
Okay. Now, in all fairness,
That could be somebody's
could be
nickname.
it's a legitimate last name. However, there was another name on the back of the shirt. Negro.
Like, wait, what?
Negro. As in your knee, Knee.
Yeah.
Grow, as in to grow from a little boy into a man.
Now,
And that was on the back of the jerseys.
that was on the back of the jerseys. Okay. So, the back of the jerseys, was there another one on there? Because apparently Watson Prunier from Battle for Freedom, he's telling us that another one was Cotton Pickers.
Oh.
Cotton with a K.
I'm actually looking through the article now, and I'm trying to see if I don't see the other one, but I knew there was more than that because I'd heard there was actually four. There was at least four total.
4 or 5 of them going through.
At least, and I'm not seeing any of those. But the point still stands: is this is 7 to 12-year-olds.
Wow, guys,
Talk about a great teaching.
this is in Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio,
Yeah, this is
the freaking Midwest.
near Cincinnati.
I mean, come on, guys.
You would think like from what I understand, and I've never been to the Cincinnati area of Ohio, but from what I hear, it is not only say predominantly, but it is kind of leading heavily towards the progressive side of things.
Oh, Watson was making those up,
Oh,
and he also came up with fried chicken. You get a bell, Watson. Good job.
you get a bell.
You got a bell.
You get a bell.
Good man.
But
Oh gosh.
But no, that part, like Cincinnati, to my understanding, is supposed to be like along the lines of a very progressive, PC, let's not offend anyone kind of thing. So to have that coming out of there is beyond shocking. And then again, let's forget just the demographics and all that jazz. This is 7 to 12-year-olds. Now I'm trying to figure out, how is it that parents of the children on this team allowed their children to be on this team?
I don't know.
You mean to tell me that you were so distant out of your child's life that you were not aware of this name of the team that he plays for this rec league?
No.
That's I'm sorry, that's inexcusable.
I don't care about my kids enough to really care about what the name of the team is. I just saw them playing on basketball, and I figured that they were doing good.
That's inexcusable. I'm sorry. That's completely no. I would, and I'm just a jerk right now because that just drives me nuts. I would actually, like to push the idea, if you're going to go that far and you're going to be that distant from your child, then you probably need to lose your children on the grounds of neglect. Sorry. I sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. These people. And this is why the next generation is going to be in the toilet just as bad.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, folks, thank you for joining us. Our first Wednesday show, I think, went off fairly well.
Yeah.
Got a hitch.
Pretty good.
Ish.
I mean, I kind of dropped the ball a little bit, but
Oh, no, it's just nerves and it's cool.
it's new stuff.
Folks, we're going to be back live this Saturday, 9 p.m. Don't miss our show. Thank you so much for joining us. You could be doing anything, especially on a Wednesday night, that you're here with us.
Exactly.
We love y'all so much. Catch us, DOA Show, on Twitter, Defenders of American Exceptionalism, Lanterns.buzz. Guys, we will see y'all Saturday, 9 p.m. Don't be late. Bye.
You're listening to the Lanterns Radio Network. We are the network dedicated to empowering the individual, illuminating the truth, defending American exceptionalism, and inspiring future generations. Stay connected and get involved at Lanterns.buzz for great radio. Get commentary and news of the day. Lanterns.buzz.
also what I wanted to do. Send it to her. So.
Yeah, all you gotta do is throw it back up in there and isolate the sucker.
All right, cool. I'm gonna
isolate it, save it, and then email it or whatever you do, or send it to yourself and do it to her.
Yeah. All right. So what does Blake want me to say? Blake Johnson.
If it's the same thing I got, it's easy stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently he didn't like mine. Hurt my feelings.
Was it Blake or? It was Blake, right? Maybe not. Thought it was Blake. Did he text it to me? Yeah, he texted it to me. All right. Never mind. Hey, be quiet. Be quiet. Oh, so it's just, yeah, you're listening to the Blake Johnson program. All right. You're listening to the Blake Johnson program.
Probably need to throw in on the Lanterns Radio Network.
Yeah. You're listening to the Blake Johnson program on the Lanterns Radio Network. Good enough. Export audio. BJP. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Where's Blake over here? I'm scrolling on your stuff.
Where's who? Oh.
No, that's mine. That's yours. This is mine. Trip file. It's obvious it's me because I typo. What did he say? What did Brad say?
Oh, he'd originally told us that the feed kept stopping on.
Really?
That's what I said. I didn't see any issues. So I went back and started watching it and monitoring it from here, and there was no issues.
Probably just his internet.
It could have been a whole bunch of stuff. I was like, well, but it also is a possibility that we're trying to get the feed in from doing the Skype video call and then trying to broadcast everything on video and audio out. You know what I mean? So
also true, yeah.
Could have been a lot at one time.
Whole mess of stuff.
True dat. Hodge twins.
Go anywhere, or we'll know where you go. We'll find you. And welcome back, everybody. You're
And cut.
daily basis. Willingly. Because why? You probably looked at Colorado and a couple of the other states as well.
Problem that, violates the Constitution, violates individual.
Doesn't work.
I don't think it does.
I did not hear those words.
I checked. Nothing. There's simply with alcohol.
I don't know what paid off. Hey, look, that paid off probably. They get where it's at. That was fun. That was fun. Our first interview of. I think it was good. We need to have her back. Folks, finish the back session on the Lanterns Radio Network. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
File. Export audio. That's the audio.
Yeah, I hit like on for both of them. Yeah.
I was gonna try and send a message to.
I think she has to respond to us first. I think.
Well, whatever. I'll send it via you then.
You can add her on there, or like add as a friend or whatever you want to. Friend request it, whatever you want to call it. You don't know what I mean?
Oh, it's too big.
What's too big? Oh,
the sounder. It's more than 25 GB.
Ask for her email. I gotta be. Congratulations. And it has the stapler again, unfortunately. It's updating. Yay me.
Alright, run to the bathroom then.
Yep, 4 in. It's quick. And I got truck in the morning.
6 a.m. does too.
Lucky me. Trying to get a sales position.
Oh yeah?
There's one getting ready to open up where I'm at.
Really?
And if I get it, it'll be one of them things where I'll be able to no, it'll be the